Hello, in this video you'll learn how to use TimeProvider. Now, instead of using DateTime and getting all the values, all the times, UTC time, adding time, subtracting time, there is a useful tool called FakeTimeProvider or TimeProvider, which can set your clock, let's say, like here in this example, the first one, to system time. Then it will work as your normal computer time, server time, wherever it's running. It will take all the date and time from the system. So it will be the current time zone, it will be current UTC and whatnot. Now, that's all great and good, but it doesn't really make any difference compared to DateTime. It doesn't really have anything all that useful. There is also a DateTime library that helps essentially sort of making it all user-friendly. That's very useful for that. There are extensions for using it, what I'll show you now with this TimeProvider, but it's more for user-friendliness. This is very good for testing, and if you want to learn more about DateTime, watch the previous video on this channel. Now, you can actually set it as a fake time provider, which means you'll be able to play around with time, put your time zone, whatever you want, or more importantly, skip the time, 24 hours. You have one iteration of something, and in real world, perhaps you have a system where something happens and with 24 hours. Now, that's maybe not too difficult to test. You can just wait, but it's still quite annoying and time-consuming. But maybe it's every month. So that's where it becomes very useful. Now, in order to use it like that, we create fake lock, so we have fake time provider. And in general, you'll need just one library. It's official Microsoft library, Microsoft.Extensions TimeProvider.Testing. We can use that will allow us to use this fake time provider, and then you can switch it out for the real one when you're working on your production system. This can also be useful to create a little environment arrangement for your test environment. So perhaps you want to do something more often, test more often in your test environments. That can be useful as well. Now, again, this is for sort of always running things, services, background services, and things of that nature. If you want to learn more about those, take a look at the other videos. There are additional libraries that can be quite useful to fire those tasks. But for testing them, you can use fake lock, and like you see right here, we have a little expiring cache, right? So we set it, so we put the fake lock, and what we can do, we have the clock reference. And then for testing, we'll advance it 5 minutes or maybe 5 months, we would advance it. And then the expiration, we can then actually test what happens when we check it's not expired and becomes expired. So you can test that right away. There are a few other use cases. You can use, again, fake time provider, and you can actually automate the changes. So we have that fake clock, and you can create a timer, and again, based on your requirements, you can make it change automatically. So again, if you're doing some automated testing, perhaps you're playing around with your test environments and things of that nature, it's very useful because not only you can do it manually, like here, we can advance the time by some time, right? Here we can actually create a timer and do it automatically or do it randomly, perhaps, depending on what your actual needs are. So again, you just need this one library. Right here we have it, extensions, time provider testing, and then you don't use for the testing time provider with the system, right, provider, you use the fake time provider, and then you get fake time provider, and you can do advance, and you can also, see right here, automate it. So callback will automate, and due time will take the due time and add the period. So you can automate it, and that's very useful. Now here we have another little example. Again, we have a little fake lock, and we simulate something, and then we advance the time so we can await the delay like that. You can also get all kinds of things from the clock. You can get the timestamp. You can do a stopwatch like we have here. So we can do simplified stopwatch arrangements so you don't have to write it up yourself. Perhaps that's not the most useful thing, but it's all in one place and it's great for testing. And with that said, we will conclude this video.